Hometown Discoveries Las Vegas is a local weekend morning show featuring the people, events, and companies that make Las Vegas the place to live, shop, work, and play. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Dawn Lane. We have so many amazing discoveries to share with you today, and over the next half hour, you'll meet local Las Vegas guests and experts with beauty ideas for you and your home. You'll hear from real estate experts about what's happening to home values. Joanne Lucia, owner of Interiors by Designer Studio, is hosting us this week. She'll be introducing you to students from one of our local design schools. And we recently met with Zappos employee Matt Thomas. He is the first to receive keys to his new home made possible through the Hope Home Foundation Employer Assisted Housing Program. So we went over to Zappos to give Matt the keys. Let's meet Matt. I'm Dawn Lane from the Hope Home Foundation. And we put together employer-assisted housing programs across the nation and with employers who really want to help their employees stay on board and have a better quality of life. And Zappos is one of those employers. So Matt, you just got the keys to your new home. What does it feel like to be a homeowner?
It is an awesome feeling. Totally been a dream my whole life to be a homeowner. Didn't really think I'd get there like this quick. I mean, you guys have made it super, super easy for me. I went from 2 months ago just renting an apartment to being a homeowner today. Really, really fast. Awesome to deal with. You guys, like, I email you at all hours of the day and call you at all hours of the day, which you know, and you're right there for me. A lot of support, ton of support.
What kind of assistance did you get other than support and it being easy and everybody being there to cheer you on? What other assistance did you get? This is really exciting.
Well, I received a $15,000 neighborhood uplift grant.
How much?
$15,000 forgivable grant, which is the stipulation. I stay there for 5 years, which I plan on being at Zappos forever. So that's like really nothing. I was able to put that towards my down payment, which was my big thing. I didn't think I'd be able to afford a down payment on a house. And I was able to put that there, and everything just kind of came together after that. So I'm in like a super good financial situation. I'm going to pay less in my mortgage than I do for rent now. So
we're really excited too. So maybe we should get you a welcome, Matt.
Okay. Haven't heard that one before. No, I'm kidding. That's pretty funny. That's really good.
I'm just teasing. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and we really appreciate it. Again, enjoy your home, and we hope we get invited to the homecoming or the housewarming.
For sure.
Yes.
And I should be thanking you, and you're thanking me, which is like blows my mind. So thank you. Thank you to everybody who's helped me out.
I'm here with Tanya Smith, a realtor for Keller Williams and a member of the Employer Assisted Housing Committee. So you just gave Matt Thomas his keys to his home, and he was our very first Zappos employee to receive a home from the Hope Home Foundation and the Zappos Family Housing Assistance Program. So how does that feel to be a part of changing someone's life?
It's amazing because not only that, Matt didn't think that he could buy a house, and we were able to help him achieve that dream. Also, he was able to have the benefit of the LIFT program, which was a down payment assistant program. He was able to receive $15,000 towards his purchase. So he was able to get the house that he loved, but also was able to get all the benefits of our program through the employer assisted housing.
That's really exciting. Tanya, thank you so much for being here today and to say a few words about the Hope Home Foundation and what you're doing there. And I have to commend you for all your hard work and your recent success in getting Matt Thomas a home. That's really awesome. Thank you so much.
Stay tuned for local author Troy Buckner's inspirational journey.
You have to find yourself walking along. You have to know that you can get through that moment.
Coming up next, let's have a little fun with Michelle and her friend as they show us new ways to stay young and beautiful.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm back here with you today with Jana to show you how you can also use the Galvanic Spa on your body. Now the Galvanic Spa actually comes with 4 different heads. One for the face, which we've already shown you. One is a spot treatment for in between your eyebrows, underneath your eye, and your smile line. It comes with a hair treatment And it also comes with a body treatment, which we're going to be showing you today. Now this might seem like a lot, but the Galvanic Spa again is a simple machine that uses a galvanic current to just push ingredients deeper into your dermis and also pull ingredients out. Now we're just going to push this gray button, pop off the face conductor, and put on our body conductor. And it just clicks right onto your spa. Now here we have two products to use with your body conductor. First is the body shaping gel. This body shaping gel you can use morning and night with your galvanic machine to help reduce the signs of cellulite and fat. It also evens skin tone and makes your skin more firm. So we are going to do an arm demo today. We're just going to squeeze a generous amount of body shaping gel and rub it on your arm. This can also be used on other parts of your body, such as your thighs, your buttocks, and your stomach. Now we're just going to push the button and set your galvanic spa to the 4. It automatically sets itself to 5 minutes. You just tap it to your skin and it automatically adjusts itself to your own galvanic current. Now you just gently massage, going up and down. You no need to apply too much pressure. The galvanic current does all the work for you. All right, we're done with the arm and now we're just going to wash it off. And next we're going to apply our Dramatic Effects Body Contouring Lotion. Now you can use this all over your body, your arms, your legs, your abs. After an 8-week study, it has shown reduction in the appearance of cellulite, increased in moisture, firmness, and enhanced skin smoothness. Thanks for watching as we've introduced the Galvanic Spa with the Body Contouring Lotion and the Body Shaping Gel. To purchase these products or obtain more information, please go to the website www.andrusglobal.nscdreams.com.
Meet our health expert, local pharmacist Jamie Donaldson, who will discuss a sensitive topic, prescription drug addiction.
We're back with our Ask the Pharmacist segment, and joining us today again is Jamie Donaldson. And yesterday you gave us a lot of really good advice about drug addiction. And so why don't we talk a little bit more about how that addiction may affect your health?
Okay, Don, I'm very happy to be back here again, and that is a critical issue that needs to be discussed. In prescription pain medication, there's usually another medication in there, another drug, and the same drug, which is acetaminophen, actually in combination with the pain medication actually boosts the strength of that pain medication, so you get a better results with the combination of acetaminophen and say hydrocodone. But the problem runs in the fact that there's a lot of over-the-counter medications that contain acetaminophen. It's commonly found in cough medicine, it's headache medicine, leg cramp medications, headaches, and over-the-counter pain medications have the same acetaminophen in it. So the health department has basically just changed that the maximum daily dose for acetaminophen is 3,000 milligrams a day.
So can people talk to the pharmacist? Would they give them advice, or should they just really go to their primary care?
Well, I think the pharmacist plays a role in this, in that he can, especially with the prescription medication, because it might not be on your bottle. So you need to say, Jamie, how much acetaminophen is in this medication, or is there any acetaminophen in there at all? And so you get that information from your pharmacist. Even if you're having difficulty with the over-the-counter item and you can't tell how much acetaminophen is in there, take it back to your pharmacist and say, can you tell me how much acetaminophen is in each dose of this cough syrup?
Thanks again for joining us, Jamie. Next week on Ask the Pharmacist, we'll talk about generic drugs and why you may be allergic to them and not even know it.
Coming up next, Linda Ward, president of Red Rock Mortgage, with some great ideas for reducing your monthly mortgage payment. And stay tuned as Steve Matthews, our real estate expert, explains how and why to consider a short sale.
We're hearing so much about the HARP 2.0. Linda, can you tell us just a little bit more about the program?
Yes, thank you, Dawn. I'm thrilled to be here to talk all about the HARP 2.0 program. HARP 2.0 is the Home Affordable Refinance Program. It's a government program, and your loan has to be with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. The loan has to have been made prior to April of 2009, and you have to be underwater.
You were talking about a little bit of a story of a family that you just helped. Would you mind sharing that with us and our viewers?
Well, Dawn, I might tear up.
That's okay. We have lots of Kleenex.
Okay. I recently had a client call me. They had received my name from another friend, and their daughter is going off to college. They didn't want her to have student loans. I was able to help them with a refinance, a HARP refinance, and I'm saving them over $700 a month.
How much again?
Over $700 a month.
Wow.
Yes.
That's quite a savings.
That's a part-time job. That's a full-time job for somebody.
And that's what we're here to do at the show too, is to help people find and discover little treasures hidden in what they already have. And I think you're a treasure here in Las Vegas, and we're very happy to have you here on Hometown Discoveries.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thanks
Dawn.
for coming. Will you come back, Linda?
I sure will.
I'm so excited. We're here with Steve Matthews, realtor from Prudential Americana. I'm so glad to have Steve here today because a lot of people don't realize what's going on in the market. They hear so many different contradicting things about what's going on. So we're seeing that home prices are rising. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Steve?
Well, basically what's happening is we're seeing a slight increase in the property values, and that's been largely brought on just because of the fact that the inventory has shrunk. It's that old story of supply and demand, largely brought on by AB 284.
Now, I hear so much about that. What exactly is AB 284 for just, the person that's sitting at home wondering, what is that?
Basically what happened is in June of 2011, there was a bill passed, Assembly Bill 284, which basically requires the lenders to verify their chain of ownership of the loan that they have. When you took out a loan on your home, you made your payment to one company. Well, they sold that to somebody who sold it to somebody who sold it to somebody else, right? So basically, they were taking all of those loans and they were bundling them up. And when they bundled and passed them on, they didn't necessarily file the proper paperwork. And so being able to verify that proper chain of title, as it were, chain of ownership of those loans, kind of got diminished. That's where we got into robo-signing, where they locked people in rooms and had them sign paperwork all day long because they were signing papers that had been neglected to be signed.
So what would be your advice to give to anyone who was perhaps in that situation where they find themselves, as you say, underwater, or there's a deficiency and they want to sell? What would you advise them to do?
Well, the first thing that I would advise them to do is that they should seriously consider doing a short sale rather than do nothing. There is the Debt Relief Act of 2007 was extended to December 31st of 2012, which means that it sunsets on December 31st. If you haven't closed your short sale by then, on January 1st, when you negotiate your short sale, you're going to have a taxable event once again. So there is some urgency to getting a short sale completed. It doesn't happen overnight.
And so you do this for clients or for people in the city. You can help people to understand this process, right? Because you're a realtor.
That's exactly what I do. And in fact, in this market, you have to be skilled at negotiating short sales or you're just not going to survive.
Well, I think with people like you on our side, I think that we will achieve those goals. And I thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Hi, welcome to Interiors by Designer Studio. Melissa, Amy, so glad that you're here. I wanted to give you a little bit of background of what we're all about here. We've been open about 2.5 months, and we're trying to pull together what I'm going to consider out-of-the-box things that you will not see necessarily in any other location. We hope not in Las Vegas, but possibly in Nevada. We're very proud of the showroom and very proud to have both of you with us. I wanted to get a little bit to know you and tell me a little bit about your school. You are, I believe, a senior, or have finished. You've completed your course.
Yes,
Okay.
we just graduated.
Can you tell me a little bit about the school, please?
I went to International Academy of Design and Technology. It's in Henderson. The program is a fast-paced program. It's shortened 3 years for a bachelor's. I think the best part of the school was the teachers. You had a lot of dedication from them, and then they helped you out a lot if you needed any kind of assistance in pretty much any area, I would say. So that was a great part of the school. The program covered pretty much everything as far as like our software, AutoCAD, space planning, rendering, the whole spectrum that's involved with interior design. So I think I got a lot out of there, out of going to that school. And we have our portfolios too to show some of that stuff.
I was noticing that. I wonder if there's anything in particular that stands out from yours that you'd like to talk about?
I would say for me it would be rendering. That's kind of my strong suit. I love to render because my background is actually in fine art. I paint and draw and all of that. So rendering is obviously something I really like to do.
Well, we're awfully glad that you're going to be here for our design challenge. I would like you to peruse the showroom, take a look at something that perhaps stands out, and then we will see what you do with it. It's going to be fun. That's the main thing, that we have some fun.
Great.
Thanks.
I love it.
So Amy, tell me a little bit about your schooling and what particularly interested you from your curriculum.
Well, I also went to the International Academy of Design with Melissa. We just graduated. I've always been drawn to design. I like the way spaces look. I've always liked to go in and kind of make a room look different just by changing out furniture. That's more what I'm drawn to, furniture design. So my favorite classes were anything where I got to design my own piece, or I got to do a dental facility where we got to design the whole building, and mine turned out to look like a robot, the whole building itself. So that was a lot of fun because I just like spaces. I like shapes.
Now you know we're going to have a design challenge with you guys, and we're really excited about this because basically what we're going to do is we're going to give you pretty much free reign of the showroom to look around, see what particularly interests you that you can put into a canvas that I have started. Okay. With that, then we'll see how you both handle it. It's going to be fun, guaranteed. If you'd like to have a little fun browsing the showroom, just stop by so we can help you create the right look for your home.
Troy Buckner, author of A Bird in Flight, tells us about the inspiration for her book.
Today we found Troy Buckner, who has written A Bird in Flight. It's a very inspirational book, and we're so delighted to have Troy here with us today. Hi, Troy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's so good to have you here and to hear about your inspirational book. But before we start talking about your book, tell me a little bit about yourself, your background. Where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana. I was actually born and raised in Louisiana, and I went on to college in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Southern University. I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science degree and a minor in business law.
Business law?
Yes.
That's fascinating. Wow.
Yeah.
And so what brought you to Las Vegas?
I came to I went to Los Angeles first. After I graduated from Southern, I knew I couldn't pretty much find a job that would support my degree in Louisiana. So I actually I migrated to California, and there I worked for about 20 years and decided to go into my own entrepreneurship type business. I actually ran 3 daycare centers.
Wow.
And decided I wanted to go back to writing again. Mm-hmm. So therefore I was on pursuit of trying to find a job, and the market was kind of low at the time. So I decided to start pursuing other areas around California. I didn't want to be too far from my 4 wonderful sons. I'm a single mother with 4 wonderful sons. So I ended up in Vegas. NV Energy recruited me here, and it's been wonderful.
So you have a very full and rich life.
Yes.
And so what inspired you to write this book?
Well, you know, my inspiration came, I'll say it came 5 years after a period of brokenness I'd gone through. I actually had taken a job to give back to a part of myself to my community, and lo and behold, I found myself in a setup. So I went through 5 years of the most inconceivable journey of my life. And after the 5-year journey was over with, I was actually charged with an embezzlement charge, facing prison time for something I didn't do.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so after that all, came about and it was over and done with, I didn't know what else to do with the 5 years I'd gone through. And I thought about it, and I tell you what mostly inspired me the most was when I was going through this 5 years, is seeing people like myself who at some point in their lives were held to such high esteems and had such values in their career, to see these same people on Skid Row, doctors and lawyers who just couldn't find their way out of it. But I was the fortunate one. I made my way out of it.
And so you've lifted yourself up on wings, so to speak,
Yes.
and now you're flying.
Yes.
And you're doing really well with the book. And was that your vision? When I imagine if you were going through this period of brokenness through 5 years and being accused of something you didn't do, you must have just stopped and said, why? Why is this happening to me?
Oh, many, many, many times. There were so many times when I just felt that I was all alone, because it appeared that everyone around me had just walked away because they couldn't believe that I could be set up for such, a charge, and I didn't have anything to do with it. So I found then that, the people who normally call themselves your friends, they really aren't when it comes down to it. And if you have to find yourself walking alone, you have to know that you can get through that moment. So what I decided to do is I picked myself up and realized that I had 4 kids I had to live for. It wasn't about Troy. I kept saying, why me? What have I done to deserve this? I mean, I'm a Southern girl. I came into this organization to really give back something. So why me? But it wasn't about me. It was so many means that are going through what I went through, but to see that I could be victorious through it.
So I just want to thank you again, Troy. It was truly wonderful to have you here, and we look forward to hearing more from you. And if you are interested, Troy has left an autographed copy of her book, A Bird in Flight, and we will be giving that away in a drawing if you go to Hometown Discoveries and register. And Troy has also graciously given us 4 tickets to her show, Sensations at Cashman Field.
New neighborhoods are cropping up around the valley. Join us as Nat Hodgson, Executive Director of the Southern Nevada Home Builders Association, fills us in on what's happening.
We're joined today by Nat Hodgson from the Southern Nevada Home Builders Association. It's so great to have you here. Welcome to the show, Nat.
Thanks for having me on.
Great to have you. So what's going on? I see there's a lot of new home builders back on the scene. So what's going on in the market?
Well, we're finally going on a little bit of an uptick, which is great for everybody. I don't want to get too optimistic here, but it is good to see putting some more people back to work, which is always good for our state, and even a little appreciation in some people's houses that they're buying today. So hopefully this is our turn to recovery. It's a good start. Obviously the bill that's kind of holding at bay the foreclosures the way they were happening is helping, and hopefully giving the banks time to be a little bit more methodical when they come back on the market.
Right. So with that bill happening and the inventory sort of shrinking in the resale market, I bet that gives a big opportunity to the home builders out there.
You know it does, and they're being smart. You don't see the prices going off the chart. Again, this is still the time to buy, because when the sales price is barely what the replacement cost is, that's a good time to buy. In the meantime, ever since the market kind of, let's say, crashed, unfortunately commodities and what have you kept going up. I mean, they are, our nature's resources, and they keep going up. So really, we need to get back to a point where you can build a house, sell it for a good value, and make a profit.
Right. So what are the builders that are out there right now? Where are they building at?
You know, it's kind of all over. You're seeing some new dirt turning for the first time, which is very encouraging.
That's exciting.
Yes, it is. Up to this point, it's been people kind of horse trading the lots back and forth. You got a lot of bank involvement. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of impairments have happened with some of the big builders and what have you. And you know, my analogy is kind of like this: people are going, "Oh, the builders, you know, they're selling again. They're making, you know, hand over fist money." But the way I my analogy is, you know, you spend $1,000 at a poker machine, and then all of a sudden you win $100. I wouldn't say you won 100. You're actually only dying on 900. But that's kind of the way we're looking at it. We're trying to get back to the healthy market. The good news is that we still have affordable housing in the entire state of Nevada.
Absolutely. So what can people do, or what do you encourage people to do to find out where these homes are, or you know, who do they contact to find out where all the housing tracts are?
Well, you can go to our website, the snhba.com, and we have a link to all the builders who are our members, and we have all the builders are a member. We're pretty proud of that, and you know, pretty much all over the valley. You know, there's billboards as well, but you can start with our website and learn a little bit about the builders before you go ahead and search.
It is a really good time just to get the information, and they can check on your website to get information about builders and what their credentials are, and the types of inventory that they have available, right?
Yes, and obviously we do encourage buying new. Technology today, the building codes, health, safety, and energy efficiency. It is really hard to compare a house built today that was built 8 years ago, 6 years ago even. I mean, the building codes and technology, mainly technology. I mean, you know, for a long time, it's almost like home building was the most archaic kind of production there is. Well, they're catching on very quick, and a lot of innovation out there.
Is anyone building green?
You know, several builders are. You know, and again, you can go to our website. We also have a green building program, but there's quite a few people out there. Most builders have either an optional program or they just do it standard. There's solar out there, and again, green's kind of a generic word.
Right.
It's hard to quantify green. Everybody's got a green program,
Right.
But I will tell you, just in the generality of what green stands for, most builders have taken on to that because the consumer wants it too. The tough part is trying to get the value out of it.
I know that we're going to be featuring a green show coming up, and so maybe we can have you come back and talk a little bit about the builders on another show.
That'd be great.
Would you come back and join us?
I sure would. I'm actually a little bit of a green guy myself.
That's awesome. Well, it's so good to have you here, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us for our first episodes of Hometown Discoveries Las Vegas, filmed right here at Interiors by Designer Studio. When I first walked into the studio, I knew we had to film here. This great backyard swing reminds me of home. It reminds me of the Midwest, and I can almost feel the warm air and see the lightning bugs and taste my grandmother's ice cold lemonade. But today, that's a great memory. Today, Las Vegas is my hometown, and we're so thrilled to share with you the discoveries that we're finding. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next weekend.